Viewer listener discretion is advised. The majority of the content of this program is not fact-checked. It is highly advised that it not be used for teaching your children from said content, other than making an example out of the hosts of what they should not grow up to be. Remember this, it's the beer talking.
Welcome to the truth about beer.
All the crap that we're interested in.
Searching
for the truth. Exploring the unexplained. Investigating the paranormal. Subscribe now.
Hit the alert
button so you don't miss an episode.
Ow!
Welcome to the truth about
beer.
and ow! I love it. Cracks me up every time. Yeah. How is everybody doing tonight?
Welcome, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Is it?
It is. It's Tuesday.
I mean, it's happy. Oh, it is happy.
Holy!
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
forgot
awesome.
about that one.
That's awesome.
Oh, hey, and TikTok, if you're joining us, we still didn't get our stream key, so we had to,
Bastards.
yeah, we had to show our screen so you could see our whole show
Yes.
in all of its glory.
Don't want to miss out on
So
the fun stuff.
if you're watching us on TikTok, thank you so much. And welcome.
Yeah.
We've got a really big shoe for
I'm
you.
excited. We've been wanting to do this show forever.
Yeah, it's been a very long time. You know, it's really hard to get things coordinated with somebody that is so busy.
I know. But we finally made it happen. We should say he finally made it happen. Right. So which is
Finally
awesome.
caught up with him.
Yes. It's gonna be a great show.
Movies.
Yeah, we gotta
Thanks, Jack, in the control room.
we gotta
Found
get
it, brother.
With the sound.
That's awesome. We got a good beer tonight too.
We do. We do.
We
I should
do.
say we have a good one, but
we do.
we do. I mean, I know the brewery.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's a
Yeah.
good beer because
It's got to be.
they're awesome. So
So we should get that out of the way. Is there a video for that one?
there is a video for it.
Wow.
Is a video. One more day. I'll do it. I lost my mouse. So where's my mouse?
It's drifting.
All right, there. I got it. All right, so here's our beer for tonight. You'll enjoy this.
I have to see that again. That was awesome, but I got to see it
You
again.
want me to play it again? I'll play it
Yeah,
again.
play it one more time.
Okay.
Oh, that was Santan Brewing.
Yeah, right, Jack? So playlist, which is appropriate for tonight, I thought. And by Santan Brewing Company. It's a Kolsch.
A Kolsch, and I think we've had one, a Kolsch before.
I believe we
tried.
have two. It is. It's religious.
Yeah.
Um,
No, every time I heard Kolsch, I was thinking of Grolsch.
Grolsch. Yeah.
So I was
Yeah.
thinking a Grolsch. Well, I've only had Grolsch once.
We did that.
Well, I
in
mean, on the
episode
show, I've had Grolsch other times, but
multiple times.
for the show.
So it's only a 4.7. So drink up. We won't get drunk. So
So like a Kolsch. I mean, we did one. The only one we could remember we did was the Sequench L.
yeah, which was a sour,
Yeah,
which was interesting.
but it said it was a Kolsch. So let's see
And I
how
don't
that compares.
I don't remember what makes a Kolsch a Kolsch.
We need the guru of the suds here to
We do.
educate us.
So it's
Um,
very cloudy. Get to the last drop.
no green can.
No green can.
You can see it
You
all.
actually see the can. So smells good. Smells almost smells like an IPA.
I know. So I'm,
Very citrusy.
is it going to taste citrusy?
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers to everybody at home. Let's see what it tastes like. Yep.
It is citrusy.
Very
kind
citrusy, but not hoppy.
No.
That's interesting.
I got to have another sip.
I do kind of get that flavor of the sequence in there without the lime.
Yeah, I can see where it's like the base of it, base of that drink. But the sequential had lime in it. Did it have salt too, or just lime?
No, just a lime in it. Yeah. But that's yummy, actually.
Yeah.
Way to go, Santan.
They did it again.
They did it again. Did something different. I like it. I like it.
So why did we pick something that would be with a playlist type? Well, something with that kind of a title.
Well, I do believe because it's kind of a music show tonight. So it made me think of playlists.
So is this a music to my beer show tonight?
I remember that. A little bit, huh?
Yeah. Well, this is awesome.
Say it. We have a very special guest tonight.
We do. And before we go to that guest, please, whatever platform you're watching us on tonight, give us a thumbs up or subscribe or follow or whatever, because it would help very much.
And I do want to let people know that we are on Spotify. So if you want Truth About Beer to go or on the road, just tune in to Spotify.
Beer to go.
Beer to go on the road. Don't drink and drive, though. We don't condone that. But you can listen to Truth About Beer and drive. You won't get in trouble for that. But yes, go check us out on Spotify. We greatly appreciate it.
Oh, you brought him in, and here he is.
Oh,
It was a surprise. I'm just as surprised as you are.
oh, what a
So
joy
here he
to be
is.
with you guys. How
It was fun.
You found me in Mexico, and we survived the New Year and after Christmas, after a wild holiday season.
Right.
Yeah.
Kept you busy, and you get to give up the leotards and
Yeah, my red underwear and put on a beach shirt. I wish you could see, and I can just see the light back there. But a little bit ago, we had
we've got a,
I know you have the sunset right there.
yeah, it's a everlasting sunset.
Yeah.
We don't get to see the beach in Arizona, so we got to take advantage when we can.
I'm just going to tell you, Santa puts this. I learned from him in his beer, and it makes it a diet beer. Really is hops extract that he drops in. It's clearless, colorless. I guess that is colorless, tasteless, and odorless. Puts in his beer, doesn't change anything, but it makes it so it's a diet beer. So there you go.
We could use that tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
You guys could get you there.
So I didn't get to introduce you before we popped in, but
what's there to introduce?
So this is my big brother, my older brother, my not really that much older brother, but my older brother Steve. And he's got quite a story to tell. Nice journey of music. I mean, besides him teaching me how to play the guitar back when I was 14, I guess.
I forgot my colored glasses. I got the old boring glasses on.
You had some blue ones or something, don't you?
I got blue ones. I got my Jack Armstrong ones that I had. Linda, will you grab my other glasses? Let's get these boring glasses off. Let's do the Jack Armstrong ones.
Christine says, hi, Steve.
Hello, Christine. Yeah. Ah. All right. Yeah, I fell in love with we moved permanently to Rosarito, Mexico back in 2013, 2014. And I met a guy in a hot tub by the name of Jack Armstrong. And we were just in the hot tub talking about life and found out he was a renowned artist. So if you want to Google something and see why these glasses are like that.
Oh, yeah.
Cosmic existentialism was the type of art that he did. His art pieces at that time were selling for over $800,000 each.
Holy
jeez!
He did a Harley. He'd done a Harley painted in that kind of design. And can you get me the cleaner? I've got fingerprints. There, it's right on the shelf there. But anyway,
So you have one of Santa's helpers with you.
Yeah, he painted this Harley, and it sold for like $3 million. And then at Big Boy Toys in Dubai, a number of years ago, it resold for like 10 million.
Oof.
And I don't know where it's at now. He did that. He did a little beach cruiser, just an old bicycle beach cruiser. Did the same thing, that kind of design. You'll see it on his website, and that thing sold for $1 million to begin with. So
That's insane.
Hopefully his glasses aren't that expensive.
well, I got these from a Chinese company called Firmu. You know, I saw that. I said, those are Jack Armstrong glasses. So I got to send a picture to Jack. He's in Dubai, I believe, right now. But yeah, so there we go. There's these glasses. They're my favorite new ones.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cosmic extensionism.
That's cool.
I think there's a song in the future for that, huh?
Well, I thought
Should be.
It should be.
something about the hot tub.
No, I called that I met some of the coolest people in that hot tub. It was down the K38 5 area down below us, almost 59. And this hot tub sit out right in a corner, and the waves would crash around it. They had glass on the side, a place we lived at.
Oh, wow.
I met some of the funnest people in that hot tub. Just down there. I'd usually wait. I could look from our unit down, see someone was there, and I go, I'm going to the hot tub. Go see who cool is hanging out down there. So
That's cool.
yeah. But Jack was just the funnest. He'd bought an old Elvis Presley Cadillac, Eldorado Cadillac it was yellow, just bright yellow, and we had a fun trip down to Ensenada. He'd take us and ride. Everybody could see that Cadillac. And
That's funny.
fun. So that's where I'm at now. I love this is one of my favorite places in the universe to hide. And so after Christmas, Elfis comes down. And yeah, Joey said he is my brother. I did teach him how to play Proud Mary, and then he learned that and kicked my butt. From that point on, learning. No, it's so fun. But
Don't want to hear that nonsense.
yeah, I hung up I spent the 7
Yeah,
years
let's go back even further than that. So let's get back into what really even got you to pick up the guitar in the first place.
All right. I learned trumpet in 3rd grade or whatever. I think I picked up the trumpet, started playing that, and so I could read music a little bit. And our parents had bought a guitar from a traveling salesman that promised to come back and give lessons. And that never happened. And Joey still has that guitar.
I do.
You didn't bring it with you, did you? Yeah, old Harmony.
It's in
what's
storage.
it called? Yeah,
It's a Monterey. Harmony.
Monterey, yeah. And so that was sitting in the closet. I picked it out, and I thought, okay, I can read music. And I lived in Mississippi. Dad was stationed at Biloxi Air Force Base, and that was 1963, 64. And of course, in 1964, the Beatles were on Ed Sullivan, and our parents let us watch that. I don't know if you remember it. I was only 9, so you would have been 5, at that time.
Yeah, 4 and 5.
And it was changed my life. I started thinking, my gosh, because hormones are starting to kick in a little bit, from there. And more I thought about those girls screaming, I thought, damn, this could be a good career path. And then the Monkees come on TV, and we get to watch them. And our big sister was listening to Herman's Hermits and the Beach Boys and that stuff. And I thought, okay, this is for me. So I picked up the guitar and taught myself how to play based off a little book that they had, learned some tunes. And
Mel Bay book, was it?
Yeah, no, it was the book that was the song book that came with the guitar that the guy never taught us how. So I remember the first song. I probably taught you it. We went.
That's beautiful.
I think they called it Green Sleeves or something, but
It sounded more like You Are My Sunshine.
Right.
Slower.
But so I did that, and then kept playing the trumpet, and I did really well on trumpet, and I was excelling in that in grade school. And then I got into junior high, and there was a kid there that, just like Joey does now on guitar, he kicked my butt on trumpet. and I had bought a bass guitar. I thought that would be something. I had the guitar. There's all these strings were a little difficult, so I thought maybe bass guitar. So I saved up my money, bought me a bass guitar. After putting a pickup in the harmony guitar,
Yes.
and they said, "Hey, we're getting a Tijuana brass band together. You want to come play with us?" This trumpet player and the drummer, and that I just had an opportunity to play with a few years ago. Well, this last summer I did again, but yeah. So I started picking up the bass, playing Tijuana brass music, and that was my first gig. 7th grade is when we did
wow.
that, and yeah, and then we band stuff started evolving. Had Tyler, my buddy, that moved to our town, and he played guitar. That was my first time being around someone and he had actually taken lessons. His dad had played, and his brother played bass, and started.
I'm a singing tenor? No.
Yeah, that's right. But it just evolved from there. We had another band that we had some old guys. They were like 24 when we were 15. He played guitar, but that didn't last too long with him because he was into old surfer music, and we were hearing Creedence Clearwater, and and he just couldn't quite get the sound down.
Yeah.
So one day we hijacked the sound system and brought another friend in to play bass, and I played guitar, and we were doing.
Yeah.
And pissed him off because we replaced him. The band was called Strawberry Orange, which our father had opened a music store that he gave that name to. And it just evolved. Joey decides he's going to play, and so I was teaching him.
Yeah.
You know that one, or
That just reminded me of something. So last weekend, close to 2 weekends ago, you won't believe what song we played at a gig. The whole song. Freebird.
That was an.
Here we go. You ready for it?
Okay.
Little Black Egg. That's it.
First song, our sister Chris used to get so pissed at me. I don't know if you remember that. Can't you play something else? Because it just took me forever when I figured that out. I'd play it for hours. You actually played that, the band. Which band? With Keith?
It was with the Canyon State. But we were doing a rock gig. So we were supposed to be a classic rock band that night. So we were pulling all kinds of stuff out of our hats,
Wow.
And
Little Egg.
And so Jay said, Little Black Egg or ever? He didn't even think I'd even heard of it, and I started playing it. Said, okay. So I ended up playing the whole song. That's
funny.
I've never done that in my life. I've never played the whole song. I've only played that.
That was probably the first song I taught to you. It was probably Little Black Egg. If it went other than that, or
well, I mean, yeah, I think I learned that, but chord-wise was the Proud Mary, and that wasn't far behind.
Yeah, learning minor chords and how to that progression that's used in so many songs. All right, so here we go.
Whoops,
All right.
So I know, I finally got the privilege to be in a band with you.
Oh, that was
back
the
in
highlight of my whole life.
my later 70s, around 78, 79, I guess. Oh, yeah.
We got to play that together, doing the lead solo stuff on that. I've done that.
Working with Burton.
Yeah. Oh, it was so fun. Yeah, Joey finally was old enough to do club gigs, and
yeah, we had some fun.
Years. Yeah, then we
So we thought, we
Go
thought
ahead.
we were going to be rock stars, right?
We did.
So
We thought we
I'm
had
trying to
it.
get up to the Elfis years here. So
All right.
I'm working my
Well,
way up to there. So
here we go.
I know we got to do our rock and roll dream. We thought we were going to be stars forever, or making it and all that. And then things were going good. And then I remember Steve coming to me and saying, I'm going to hang it up. What?
Yeah. I had
What? So
yeah.
that's the story I want you to tell right now, though, is
Okay.
what was the factor that made you hang it up? And this was like 81, 82, somewhere in there.
No, it was done in 1980, so it probably would
No,
it would have been 79, 80, right around that time.
okay.
I think I talked about that. One of the last big gigs we did was, and you weren't there with us. Chris was playing bass that time. So you moved. What year did you move to Phoenix?
84.
Were you? Okay, so you were probably playing country music. It paid more than what we did, and I just, we played Jackson Hole over New Year's and Christmas one year, and just froze to death. And I remember coming home, and I had 2 kids, and the third one had just been born. Denise was there, and I just looking at my family, and I thought, gosh, this has been such a struggle. As much fun as we were having, it just wasn't happening. And I had a producer, was a gal, I think. Maybe you were part of that with her, the gal that was singing. Can't remember her name, but yeah, you were involved in some of that. We were to back her up, and the producer said, "Hey, I'm friends with the management of Cheap Trick and Kansas, and they're going to be in town. I can get us passes if you'd like." And I said, "Yeah, if you can get me backstage passes, I'd love that. I'd love to be there to be part of their setting up and just their warm up." And
Yeah.
he said, "Yeah, I'm sure I can do that." And then I said, "But what I would really like is a sit down with Kerry Livgren, who wrote biggest hits for Kansas."
Yeah, Dust in the Wind and
Dust in the Wind, Carry On My Wayward Son. I mean, he was, I think he did that. In my mind, that's what happened. But he says, "Let me see what I can do." So I went to the concert, hoping I could meet him before, and he wasn't anywhere to be seen. The guys with Cheap Trick were there, and I got to be part of their sound check and doing things, and you just could meet those guys. He says, "Hey," he said he'll meet you at the hotel room after the concert. He says he's going to come to my hotel room. And so I went back to the Hilton and after the concert, which was really fun, and waited in his room, and no one's showing up. And he says, "Well, hey, let's go up to the penthouse. I know they're having a party up there." He says, "I know Kerry will be part of that because he's doesn't really in the party scene now." But he says, "Let's go see if someone knows where he's at." So we went up to the penthouse, and yeah, quite the party going on up there, and scared the hell out of me. I went back and he said, "Let's go back to the room and wait for Kerry." And all of a sudden, knock on the door, and Kerry came in, and we sat down, and for the next 2 hours, I was looking for a pick-me-up, something to keep me going. The reason to not hang it up. And all Kerry did for 2 hours was lament the price his family had paid for the success that they had. I mean, they had I don't know how many platinum albums they had at that point. But he says they basically pay my family to leave me alone.
Yeah.
Write more music and doing that. And he's talking, they're growing up, and all I can think about is my kids and how the same thing was happening to them, and I had not anything really to show for it. So driving home, I was driving out to our parents' house, and after that, and I'm just bawling on the way home because I know I'm done. I know that's it, and so I did. That was hung up my rock star dream in 1980 to raise a family, which I do not regret. Got 4 amazing kids, and got to coach baseball for all the years, do scouting, all those things with them, and focus on a business. I had an insurance agency. I was focusing on that, and yeah, didn't pick up my guitar much for about 10 years. But Stephen, my oldest son, was starting to want to learn guitar, and showing him tunes. That was it. But I from that point on, I took a 40-year break from rock and roll. I didn't touch it. I got into comedy stuff. I was a Dr. Demento fan. and heard songs like "My baby's got rabies." There we go. Got rabies, not gonorrhea, syphilis, or scabies. She's a contraceptive wonder, the foam that comes from under her smile when she's in ecstasy. My baby's got rabies. She's absolutely mad about me.
Down it, brother.
Those time tunes. And so, yeah, that's what I could do. I just pulled out all the old Dr. Demento tapes and anything I could get and scoured through for songs that I could do to just shock people at campfires. You know, I wanted songs that the boys. So we were doing in campfire tunes where, you know, I'm a lumberjack, I'm okay, I sleep all night, Monty Python stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things. So we went through all of that. And then my kids decide they like music and they want to go out caroling to the neighbors. Let's go out caroling. I thought, oh no. I don't like, you know, those tunes. So I started pulling out the Dr. Demento twisted tunes. Bob Rivers was
He was
just coming
famous for
on.
that.
And so pulling off Bob Rivers, we were doing, what was Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. And we were singing that out to the neighbors. And I found the brains of Santa Claus underneath my bed. They were in a pickle jar. I wonder if he's dead. Well, they smell like dried up tuna and look more gray than red. I found the brains of Santa Claus. I hope he isn't dead. Had kazoos that they blew bit. Scared the heck out of the neighbors, but no, they liked it. And so that started developing. People started asking me to do parties, like the same thing that had happened with the comedy stuff. They said,
Yeah.
"Could you come to our company party? Or we could do the." Joey, I did a high priest group. You know what that is from there. Oh my gosh! Come on, I'm not here. That was another buddy calling me. But, I thought I'd turn my phone, silence that. But yeah, I started doing that, and I was at a friend's doing a party for him, doing the comedy Christmas stuff. And he says, "You got to call yourself something." He says, "What are we?" I said, "Well, yeah, I've been thinking, what could we call?" And he was actually the one that came up with the name Elfis, Elfis. He says, "How about Elfis?" There was no elf on the shelf. None of those names were there. So I thought, started working on that. Then I came up with a story. I thought, okay, there's got to be a story behind all these tunes. So the story I came up with, Elfis was short for Eli Fungi Song. You know, that was the name. His name was Eli Fungi Song, which was a name given to him by his elf guru, Elfi Onda Honda Beyonda Ponda. And what had happened is Elfis was just a normal kid at the North Pole. He was raised by a North Pole woodworker turned plastics entrepreneur because wood was going out and plastics were coming in. And that was his dad. And he got kind of disgruntled with, what happened is that he's in college and caught a commercial for Santa Technical College. And so they were looking for more Santas because Christmas was getting so commercialized, they needed more Santas. And so he enrolled in Santa Technical College and went through all that, the whole story. That's the songs were all. I started writing stuff myself and putting it together. And you can find all that under elfis.lives. Elfis Lives. Or at elfislives.com. I think both those take there. But started doing those tunes and came up with that whole story. He got disgruntled with all the commercialism and split from Santa Technical College and took to roaming the Northwest North Pole, and that's where he came upon this commune of displaced elves because of his dad's work. All the woodworkers were gone doing the plastic stuff, and so he found this commune of elves, and they had this elf guru that invited him in to be one of them. Gave him the name Elfis. Eli Fungi Song, and so that's the story that
that's hilarious.
There. He got in trouble. They didn't let the commercialization of Christmas having issues. The powers that be, you know, they out there came after him, so he had to hide and it was in hiding for a number of years. So that's why I'm in Mexico, hiding from yeah.
So what's your Grandpa Steve one? www dot.
Oh, there's Crazy Grandpa Steve is where
Yeah,
the comedy tunes are. I put those up
that
there.
one I got. I can put that link up.
That one actually, I came up with that one about 9 years ago. My health went south and I thought I was dying. I picked up my guitar to record some songs for my grandkids to stumble on, and which were the comedy tunes. It wasn't any rock and roll stuff. It was the comedy tunes with life lessons. If you want to see how twisted my brain is, go listen to those life lessons that I shared, hoping my grandkids someday will stumble onto them. And I recorded that, but I found I felt better when I was playing. The pain that I was dealing 24/7, just chronic deep bone pain, would go somewhere else. And so that's where, and then the name came up, Grandpa.Rocks came available. So www.grandpa.rocks. And I thought, gosh, because I started revisiting because of a son, Aiden, who's an incredible singer-songwriter, wanted me to back them up, and I did, and then gigs would come up, and by then we were doing a lot of covers because of the restaurant gigs, and Aiden loved the old classic rock stuff, so I did that, and then took to doing the gigs myself, and that's where Grandpa Rocks came in. And then that pandemic hit just as Aiden was releasing an album, and I thought, I got to jump online and figure out this live streaming stuff, and for Aiden. But then I found out I was on more than Aiden. We did during that time when you couldn't play anywhere, we had virtual music fest.
No, we joined you a couple times.
You guys did. You and Keith joined in during that and made connections with more musician friends since that over the years than I ever had being a musician doing music full time. But it just morphed. About 4 years ago, we got a cousin, Jesse, that called me up and said, Steve, I'm writing TikTok for dummies. You got to get on TikTok. He did Facebook for dummies and Twitter for dummies, all those social media stuff for dummies. For Random House, Jesse did those. And he says, I'm doing TikTok for dummies. You got to get on. I said, oh, come on, Jesse. Isn't that just young girls dancing around? He said, oh, no. He says, it's much more. You'll be surprised, the people your age that are on there. And he says that they will love you. And so he pestered me. It took several months to finally get me to post a video on TikTok. So 4 years ago, I did that. You had to have 1,000 followers before you could go live. And he says, when you can go live, that's when the magic will really happen. And he was right. So for the last 4 years, I've been doing classic rock group therapy because it was truly my therapy. Kept me in the game when I thought I was dying, and I kept me from giving up, kept me hope, and that's so we're on our 4th year there. We hope TikTok's around because I've got a community that is just so fun to hang out with, just the kindest, most generous people on the planet that congregate together on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern time for classic rock.
It's a lot of fun.
And our only goal there is that you leave feeling better than when you arrived. And
right.
Who would have thought at a time when there's so much divisiveness and people preaching hate and doing trying to get us to be pissed off at each other, that we can gather with people from all around the world and discover our common humanity through classic rock. I would have thought. I started with just a handful of tunes based on their request. I'm over 500 now. And just fun. So if you need another place to hang on a Tuesday or Thursday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern, you can find me on there. And I finally got better. I finally got feeling better. And
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Stuff. Yeah. 9 months, almost 9 months ago now. Just within 2 weeks, I was back. And I kept waiting for it to stop, but it hasn't. It just keeps getting
so you just keep on doing what you're doing.
Yeah, music's incredibly healing, they say. And it's also a language that no matter where you're from, it's a common language for everybody, right? And absolutely. I think that's what helps bring people together for sure.
Yeah, that's what I love about it is we don't get many haters on there. People
Yeah.
come in and try to do their political or their religious stuff, and my moderators just mute them out because that's ain't no place for that. There's places for that. People that love
Right.
that stuff, and I don't. I'm totally for free speech. I think anything to stifle free speech is criminal to mankind. I think that's it's going to be our demise if anything is that we uh, try to make people be good or try to make people
Yeah.
do that. We should just be good because it feels good to be good, to other people. And so anything, I mean, it's tempting when you find a way to force people to act the way you think they should act.
Right.
It's real tempting to do it, but we're not going to survive as a species if we keep that up. So, yeah.
That's for
There
sure.
you go. So
So-
I love you guys are on here doing your stuff, and that other people are on doing their stuff, and we just get to, what an amazing world that we can just, log on the computer, log on our phones, and be
Connect
connected with
halfway around the
people all
world, right?
over. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the way around. I mean, I get people on from I get people from China, I get people from Russia, from Ukraine, and people from Russia and Ukraine at the same time, and I get Palestinians and Israel, people from Israel all on there, and you discover that we're so much more alike than we are different.
Mhm.
And of course, lots of people from down here that I just love. That my biggest growing segment of followers on TikTok are people from Brazil right now that don't speak my language. I thought, what is happening? I see 1,000 new followers from people that don't speak what I speak, and then I did some searching and found out that they are connoisseurs of classic rock. They love that stuff's big there.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, welcome. They don't chime in much, but they show up, and yeah, how fun.
They listen. Yep.
We are live on TikTok right now, second-handedly. Is that how it would
Kristen
be?
Random. Oh, Kristen Random. I see he was there. He just, I did a podcast with him and his partner. You guys need to connect. Definitely with Kristen.
Okay, so you're monitoring TikTok right now?
Yeah, I'm just looking. I put
Okay.
it up on my phone.
All right.
That's why it came in.
Hopefully soon we can get a stream key so we can actually
Yeah.
stream it without having to, point it at our TV.
Yeah, you and
We
Chris,
can
I
go
know-
live. We just don't have a stream key yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you guys are using StreamYard. Christian uses what's the other stream one? Restream. No, what's it called?
Restream's one. Yeah.
Is that he uses one of those, and they did a really great job. It was fun. I mean, they're all advancing, making it easier and easier to get on here. We still can't play together much. The latency issue from there makes it tough, unless you
Yeah,
do
hopefully
Kazam or Jam Kazam or something. That's the one that that's expensive. You can do that with, but yeah.
But you saw we put Christine's comment up. So
Oh, I
she
did.
watches all the time
Christine
on TikTok.
ah,
And we'll tell you about
Thank you.
Christine. She's a stalker. And we
I
love
my
her to death.
stalkers. Yeah, I love stalkers.
So I want you to back up to the Elfis days real quick.
Okay.
Just for one of my favorite stories, because you're so different than me and how big your cojones are. and this story kind of
Is it showing?
the guitar does sit a little higher on your lap. Do you know what story I'm talking about?
Mm,
Well, okay, you had done one of your gigs, and you were headed home. You happened to pass by someplace that looked like there was a party going on.
yeah, I used to do that. I did a friend asked me to be the lead in a Christmas play that he was doing. It was really, I just watched a video of that. It's horrible, but I did it for like 4 years or so. It was called The Christmas Stranger, and it was a real faith-based, beautiful end. I cried. I did line dancing, and I was supposed to be this country, down and out country person, and so I did some country stuff. But when I was done with that at Christmas, it was Christmas time, and I had my guitar with me because I played it in the show, and so on my way home, I always looked for places that were having parties, and I'd go in and knock on the door and say, "Entertainment's here." And they, huh? And so I'd go in and I'd do the Christmas song, and people always wished I could have left a camera or something there when I was done. Who hired that guy to come in? I did one time, and it was a big party, and I got in. It ended up being the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. And I'm doing, my favorite one was, "This is the time for forgiving, and the time for starting anew. It's high time for trying some things, dear, that we've always wanted to do. So put on your red lace nightie and pull your green stockings on. I'll tie you up with silver tinsels as we sing some Christmas song. The video camera is loaded, pointed and ready to go. So let's put the X back in Christmas, darling, under the mistletoe." It was an old Pinkard and Bowden. It used to be the Indian and the white guy when you could say that. But Pinkard and Bowden did that song. And I'd always pick out someone that was standing there, tell them a little bit the Christmas, the Elfis story. And when I was in Santa 1984, that's where we watched the NAN channels, the naughty and nice channels. Made a list of who's been naughty, who's been nice. We did that. And I said, we caught this couple when we were monitoring those channels one night, and here's a song we did about it. I was saying, they're here tonight. Pick out. So, well, but, yeah.
That's funny.
I can't believe I did that either. I don't know if I could do that today. My conies must have shriveled. That happens when you get older, they may hang, but yeah. My favorite Christmas one, though, the song that I twisted, this is a true story. I walked out of the house one November. It's probably between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And there's my neighbor with this big ass plastic Santa with plastic reindeer that his wife's wanting him to put up on top of the house. And like a good neighbor, I went in and wrote a song about it. The storm was coming in, and I thought, oh my gosh, is he going to survive? So I did. Up on the housetop I climbed because my wife bought a plastic Santa Claus. It came with a sleigh pulled by 8 reindeer, and she insisted that it go up here. Oh, 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 why did I go? Oh, 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 why did I go up on the housetop so quick, quick, quick? With my wife's stupid Santa made of plastic. That's probably my most requested song out of all of them. People seem to remember. In fact, I talked to a friend I hadn't talked to since 2016. We figured we hadn't talked since then, and he mentioned just reconnecting with old friends. I haven't been able to do that for 10 years. Just haven't had the energy to. So I've been reconnecting. And Rob said, my grandkids are listening to Elfis. He says, I'm sharing that with them every Christmas. We get out the Elfis stuff, and so I just so honored that. I think I just went in the studio with a friend. It's just me and the guitar, real cheaply produced. If you go to if you want a copy of Elfis Lives, you can go to grandpa.rocks, www.grandpa.rocks. Go to my bio and scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll see a CD cover because when I did it, we just had cassettes. Joey helped me put that on CD, and you'll see that down there. If you go to the bottom, there's a link. It's all loaded onto a Google Drive. You just right-click that link, and you can download the entire album. The only way you can get it now, unless someone shares it with you. You can't buy it anywhere, but you can get it for next year. You'll save it for next Christmas.
I think we have all of your links in the description of this show, don't we?
Yeah,
we put them all?
Yeah, we put them all.
So yeah.
All right.
Just go to the description. At least on YouTube. I don't know about
It should be everywhere, wherever.
except
Hey,
for on
Mark.
TikTok.
See, Mark's a just an amazing contributor to our TikTok stuff. He says Elfis lives. All right.
He does indeed.
Yeah, Mark, I got Wi-Fi down here. I was worried tonight because we had a storm come through, which is so needed down here. Night before last, I woke up about 1 o'clock in the morning with raindrops falling on my head. And a leak in the roof, and on the bed, the pillow was wet on both sides. I wake Linda up and say, we got to move to another room. But that went out, power went out, and internet. We didn't get it on until just before Classic Rock Group Therapy today.
Oh, wow.
It came back just while we were starting, so I hijacked another one that wasn't very good, and it came back on. So I'm so glad tonight, because last thing I would want to do is cancel this. I've been looking forward to it.
Children would have been so disappointed.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Forget the children. I would have been disappointed.
Oh, what a joy. And we've been adding, I send Link this little thing that Santa puts in his
His adult beverages.
his adult beverages, and I've been using it for like 12 days now. This is our 12th day. We took our 12th serving, and what it does, it comes from the hop plant. It's a hop flower extract that was discovered in 1953. The pharmaceutical company that was trying to extract it, they were doing double-blind, placebo-controlled studies. This sucker burns visceral fat. It goes in. So if when you drink alcohol, it stops your body's metabolism. Mm-hmm. They say their research shows like for 69 minutes or something. And they found when they put this extract in a liquid, any liquid, it actually works better in alcoholic stuff, but they don't recommend you do it. But you put it in there, it keeps your metabolism going, and it goes in and signals your brown fat starts shaking it, just like if you got in. Anybody love doing plunging, ice plunging, cold plunging?
I've never done it.
I haven't done it.
I love it. Yeah. Pools aren't heated here right now, so we've been ice plunging a little bit. But it causes that same reaction, and it causes the brown fat to go in and start eating up all the visceral fat, the white fat that's choking our organs in so many parts of our body. But the only problem is it cost them $1 million a gallon to extract it. So they would shelf it, and other people would then come along and try it again years later. And so there's a number of double-blind, placebo-controlled studies showing that this stuff flat out works, that it has zero side effects. They haven't found anything that way yet. And it's tasteless, colorless. You can only get it one place. So I don't know if you put the link into that, Joey. But, yeah, fun stuff. Yeah, I'm so excited. I decided to try it. We're 12 days in. I weighed and scanned my body before I started, because in 2 weeks when we get home, I'll do that again. I want to see what's happening. But man, the big thing I'm noticing is my brain is just so much clearer. I mean, that was one of the problems. I dealt with Lyme disease. It seems that that's what was causing me my issues. Mm-hmm. And finally got on top of that. But still, the brain stuff was greatly improved. But man, just today's live, it was like, it's like the brain's firing on all cylinders. And so excited about that. But I'm hoping to get rid of some of the fat that accumulated over those 8 years of inactivity, and that I haven't been able to walk off or starve off or do it.
Well, I had to order me some.
Yeah, it's good. See, I'm excited after today that hit. I thought, okay. But the studies are showing it's so much more than just fat burning.
Right.
What it does for the body beyond that is miraculous. Yeah.
There's so much to natural remedies, right? I mean, and the problem is big pharma. To be honest with you, they put a kibosh on all that stuff for so many years because it would make them lose money.
They couldn't make enough money or do it the way that whole thing. But yeah, it's finally a pharmaceutical manufacturer a year ago figured out how to extract it, preserve the integrity of all the ingredients, the enzymatic actions and everything that have to take place. And 6 months ago, it came on the market. I predict this. You saw it here a year from today, because of, I mean, people, they're injecting themselves with shit,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
just to lose weight. They don't care what the side effects are.
Right.
I've got friends that just horrible side effects they've experienced, and you know, people are just they don't like being fat, I guess. But this stuff, because it's safe, and again, that 6 months now is the longest that it's been used. And again, these doctors that are doing it, using it with their patients, have found nothing but positive side effects with it. From all you name it, they say it's kind of freakish that it's the things that it's doing. And again, without doing what the GLP-1 stuff does, it just doesn't suppress your appetite and
Right.
mess you up. It's enhancing, bringing the body back into homeostasis. And yeah, but I predict a year from today, this product by itself will become a multi-billion-dollar product. And yeah, if you want something, I know where to get it.
You'll have to let us know how it works for sure.
Yeah.
You said you were getting some, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey
I
ordered.
should get it by Thursday or Friday, I'm
So you
thinking.
have it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping anyway. You said about 5 days or so.
In
Right?
3 to 5 days, it comes out of
Oh.
Minnesota.
Okay.
Minnesota. And
Minnesota.
yeah.
So yeah,
But,
I'll
it's
report
fun.
on it for sure.
Yeah, so that's what I just do. I told my TikTok people, they watch me morph into this normal human being, abnormal. You know, but they watch me come back to life over the last 8 months because of other things that I did in Whole Foods. And now with this, I said, hey, I'm trying it. So day 12, here we are. And I decided wanted to use it for a long time. But yeah.
I like the story you told me. Was it yesterday when I was talking to you, or the day before? Yeah, it would have been yesterday, about Linda going to the little party the night before.
Oh, yeah. It's dangerous. We can't come to Mexico anymore. Our friends are too naughty. They make us drink stuff we shouldn't drink and make us eat food that we shouldn't eat so much of. And so this is a good test. If I get home and I feel like my stomach's getting tighter. I haven't measured. We said, no, let's don't measure. And we're not weighing is, you know, pounds is not a good way to gauge what's going on with you. It's going to be inches and the increase in muscle, you know, lean muscle mass and loss of the other stuff. So, but we were some friends and decided to add this, try it to the beverage. And this friend and Linda were at a party with some women that just like to drink and listen to rock and roll. And Linda, you said, let's put it in the drink. And Linda says, our friend probably consumed 2/3 of a bottle of vodka. She was there. She's a big and heavy drinker. People are worried about her. And Linda says, and she handed me a couple drinks, and I did. And I haven't drank for a long time, so it doesn't take much to get me going. But she was worried. She says, I'm going to bed. I don't even feel like tomorrow morning. She woke up, Linda did, and says, I feel good. I don't have a hangover. And I said, really? That's not a good thing to know. To do that. You know, within an hour, our friend who likes to sleep in calls up and says, Linda, what's in that? She called it the shit. And she says, you know how much I drank last night? She says, I'm not hungover and I feel like I got more energy. So they're all addicted now. We've almost got our whole stock gone because they were holding us down. And
Just the anti, yeah.
So I don't know the science behind that. Maybe someone can, but keeping your metabolism going from there, it burns for like 9 hours. You take this, and for 9 hours, your body is in ketosis, just burning that visceral fat. So, man, if I can get rid of that, I mean, so many health issues are related to visceral fat.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah.
You know, so, and only one place you can get it. They found out how to do it. So watch that to be. Yeah, if you ever want to be on the leading edge of a trend, that's something healthy for people. That's going to be. I've been around some big nutritional companies, helped launch a couple of them that went to billion-dollar companies, and nothing because it's just from the fat burning aspect of it, even comes close to, I think, where this thing is going to be. The guys that landed, they're the luckiest buggers in the world. 'Cause, yeah, how fun. So
That'll be interesting.
Oh, Mark says there's lots of buffering happen. I'm sorry, Mark.
On TikTok.
Yeah, because it's probably going well here. You ought to have him come over to look for The Truth About Beer on YouTube. But we're probably getting towards the end anyway.
Yeah. Well, what's next for Grandpa?
I got so many places I want to go. My 60s, I just turned 70 this year, and my 60s were a blur. So number one, just I started doing it the first of the year, just reconnecting with my friends that I haven't talked to in 10 years. I've got so many great friends in my life, people, just amazing people that I've been fortunate to be surrounded by. So I've been reaching out to them and reconnecting, but traveling. I want to move back down here. Coming down this time. Last time we were here was 3 years ago, and I had to have a lower level unit because the stairs, I making up the stairs and sleep for 2 days,
Yeah.
So, being able to we're putting 10,000 steps on the beach every day and just feeling like a walk in the park. So I want to do a lot more of that with my sweetheart and again, just reconnect and travel. I think this is going to do it for me. I wonder because it was financially devastating. My wife going through breast cancer, we about lost her. We mortgaged and borrowed and did everything we could to get her the alternative treatments that are not covered by insurance. And she's alive and thriving today, even thriving more. And then
You're so sweet, Christine.
Yeah. Oh, you're lucky. Yeah, Christine, thank you. So yeah, I think this I've got to rebuild. I'm not ready to retire. I don't have any. We've used up everything. I spent over $100,000 on nutritional products and alternative therapies over the last 8 years, trying to get my health back, and most of it didn't do anything that I could feel. It's fun to finally have some things that I can actually feel a difference and then come back to life. I got my life back. And I don't know how long that's going to last. So I want to just make the most of it and experience as much as I can and make sure I have more time with my brother. And
Got to live long enough so that we can jam and make some more music together.
Absolutely. So yeah, stay in touch with me. Keep in touch with my bro. You'll be in touch with me. And if you want to come over and check out what Grandpa Rocks is doing on TikTok, you're always welcome there, as long as you're nice. If you're mean, stay home.
Well, next time you're in Arizona, we're getting together. So
oh God, I love
need to plan for that.
Yeah, I'd love to just jam with you guys, do something.
That would be fun.
Bring on. But yeah, me and Joey, gosh, your keys and your voice, Keith got you guys got amazing voices. I just, when I heard Joey a few weeks ago out in Queen Creek with that country band, just old country stuff. But man, I heard my brother's voice. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys do a lot of that because you're both so freaking talented. I just don't quit, play really hard, cover up and stuff. And do that. But,
well, to tell our TikTok crowd though, on this channel, on our Truth About Beer channels, we're going to start going live there on Thursdays. I don't know if we'll do it before the show or after.
We haven't decided yet.
So we do a show. That show is Drunk with Facts.
Oh yeah.
On Thursday nights. Okay. And that's at 7 o'clock Mountain.
And you're trying to get my son to join back in on that with you?
No, on this one.
This one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drunk with Facts is a whole other thing?
It's a whole other thing.
It's a whole other thing.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
I keep track of all that.
So anyway, you can catch us here doing some music here. Oh, maybe this Thursday.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it'll be before or after the show.
Okay. You'll figure it out.
Yeah. And Jack, who's in the control room tonight, he'll be joining us. He plays bass.
Brother.
That's the guy.
All right.
Jason, he's got an amazing voice too.
He does.
Oh,
Yep.
you three, gosh, I hope you do lots of 3-part harmony. That would be awesome.
We love doing that.
You there. I have a hard time singing with myself, so.
Wow. Well, this has been a real treat for me.
And for me
Hopefully
too.
it has
Yeah.
been for everybody else. Got
There's
some good
Elfis,
laughs. And
there's Grandpa Rocks. There's Steve. That's my real name. So.
Steve Stay. I remember that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad we had this opportunity, Steve. I mean, you know, I always tell Joey, I love the type of person you are. You're just so genuine, and you're talented, and you're funny. I just think it's just a lot of fun watching you. And so I said, I'm dying to meet you in person and to hang out with you a little bit, because I think it would be a blast. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I'm honored. Why be anyone other than yourself?
Yeah.
You know, it's too hard to keep track of who you were if you're just, I take the easy route. You know, I float downstream, and that's the easiest thing. Hey, I heard one thing from a friend connected with today from Detroit. Called up, and we were talking about getting older, because she's our age, and we're talking about that. And she says, you know, I'm helping take care of an older gentleman that just dealing with some horrible, you know, physical issues health-wise. And she says, I asked him why he's so positive. He says, you know, well, I'll tell you this, one of the secrets. And he says, getting old is like a roll of toilet paper. He says, the closer you get to the end, the faster it goes. I gotta write that down.
You gotta write a song.
Yeah, that'd be someone write a song for that. The closer you get to the end, the faster. Isn't that the truth, though?
It's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
very much.
All right. Well, love you guys. Thanks so much.
Love you too. Thanks so much.
Using your energy to bring the old guy in who I started growing my hair out 4 years ago. I told Linda, I says, tell you what, I'm not going to cut my hair until I'm out of pain. And I said, that way you don't have to ask me if I'm out of pain.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's longer than 4 years. But anyway, now that I'm out of pain, I went talking about cutting it, and my TikTok people go crazy. No, you can't.
So you, man.
This is longer than it was in the 70s at any time. So yeah, I could be an 80s hair band that I disappeared during the 80s. Yeah.
I keep trying to grow my hair back, and it gets to a certain point, and I don't like it. I wake up in the morning and it looks funny. And it's so much easier to be bald.
I'm tempted, but maybe I'm growing it where we're.
No, I love your hair.
We're
I'm
balancing
jealous.
the world out, you know.
Yeah.
Stay
I'm very
close.
jealous. I mean, I cut mine off just for a Halloween thing, Halloween bit, what, 10, 12 years ago now?
Yeah.
You know?
That's when you're Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's the song.
Look over yonder.
Hey, I know something that'll please Jack real quick. If you just
that?
play a little bit of it, Van Morrison. That's it. Into the Mystic.
Into the Mystic.
That'll make Jack happy.
Will it be?
Just-
Okay, we'll do that. Let's do that.
I got to fix TikTok.
I've got to find the lyrics. I can't remember it all. Leaning over, trying to get this is usually closer to me. I don't have to lean over.
Did the puzzle come up on TikTok? The puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
little
the puzzle
capture
did.
you have to do. Yeah, well, you can take it out with this is my version of that classic Van Morrison song from 1970. Gosh, I was 16 when this song came out. So you would have just been 12 then, huh, Joe?
Yeah.
Here you go, Jack. We were born before the wind, oh so younger than the sun. Ere the bony boat was won, as we sailed into the mystic. Hark now, hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. And when that foghorn whistle blows, I gotta hear it. I don't have to fear it. And I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will float into the mystic.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, man, Morrison.
Well, thanks.
Again, we're so lucky to be learning guitar and doing stuff when, you know, he's cranking them out. So
That's awesome.
all right. Well, love you, bro. And Keith, I'll extend that to you too, my friend.
Well, thank you. Love you too, Steve. It's been a pleasure. It really has.
Well, keep up doing what you're doing. I love it.
We plan on it anyway.
Definitely do
So, so what is your and, Steve? What
My
is
end
your
is
and?
just experience life. Just
Now you're
embrace it all
talking.
now. Yeah, that's it. Just you know, that's where we're here. I think we're here to just experience. That's my own. I have no idea where we go after this, or you know, what we have to go to do. I just think we're here to experience. And if we're, you know, being assholes, we're not. I don't want to experience that. I'd rather experience just the yumminess of the differences of all of us, you know, and that's not always easy to do. It's tough a lot of times to step back and not make it about me, you know, realize it's about us. And when we do that, it's just, you find beautiful things that the people that you maybe wanted to off, you know, that you got a whole lot more in common than you have difference, and you're there to just, you know, make each other's lives even more yummy. So I'm looking for more moments like that. And,
Yeah.
Well, you brought some yummy to our beer tonight.
You definitely did.
Right.
We appreciate it.
Make it diet.
There you go.
After Wednesday or whenever yours shows up, you can make it diet.
Yeah.
Report back. Let us know how that goes.
Yeah, for sure.
I certainly will.
All right.
All right. Well, we're going to put you back in the green room.
Okay.
But thank you
y'all.
so much.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it.
Oh,
That was awesome.
yeah. It always makes me feel good. You know, he has that ability just
He's very uplifting.
to make you feel good.
Yep. Yeah,
Just
very
about
much so.
whatever.
That's what I said.
Awesome.
He's so genuine, you know. That's what I love about him. And he's super talented. He's funny. It's just fun to be around. You want to be around people like that.
And it makes me uncomfortable when he tries to tell people that I'm better than he is on guitar. So
Yeah, but that's what brothers are supposed to do. You're supposed to lift each other up.
yeah, but I appreciate it anyway. It's a nice thought. So,
Well, be sure to check out all of the links for Elfis and Grandpa Rocks and all that. We have it in the descriptions, and we'll post it again, I'm sure, tomorrow after the show in case you missed it. And get yourself a copy. of the
yes,
music, for sure.
you can get your Elfis Lives CD off of there.
Yeah.
Well, it won't be a CD. It'll just be
the
music.
the link. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So. All right. So this has been the truth, but I have nothing left. So I need another
Oh,
one.
I'm so slow.
This has been the truth about beer.
And
Elfis.
you still.
Welcome to the truth about beer.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Yeah, you'll have to hit it again.
Welcome to the truth about